right, we are here with Tim Rowberry. A few days before the London Marathon, Sifan Hassan debut. A lot of attention on that. How you feeling?
Yeah, no, good. Really excited to see how this goes, because it's anytime an athlete runs a race for the first time, it's really exciting to see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you coached a marathoner before?
Nope, I haven't. Yeah. So this is this. I mean, I'm even looking, asking as many people as I know, like Abdi Nagay and Mofer, Abdi, Bashir, all those guys were there with us in Ethiopia. Mm-hmm. And so I actually was staying with them for a little while too. So it was good to be able to talk to them about their training and just kind of mix it with what we're already doing. Yeah.
What was the most helpful advice you got?
Most helpful advice, well, I'll tell you if it was helpful after we see the result, but let me think about that. Yeah, I think the hardest thing, probably the biggest change in training was Sifan learning to run slow.
Yeah.
Because she's used to doing everything at a pretty high intensity, and so when she started training with those guys, they would always be like slow down. Like you got to do a lot of miles. You're gonna kill yourself if you do too much. So yeah.
So is she running with like Mo and Bashir and Abdi, like workouts or easy runs, or what kind of stuff is she doing?
Mostly easy runs.
Yeah.
So she's been training with whoever has been there in Ethiopia since November. So there's some guys, Somali guys who are from the UAE. She ran with them a lot, and so she did a lot of mileage with them. A lot of morning runs. She was running with them, like in the morning they would get coffee and then go straight to the run. So yeah, she was training with them a lot.
Did she actually do like a workout or anything with Mo and Bashir and them?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She didn't do speed workouts. It's just too different. I actually tried to set it up a few times, but she would always take her time on the warm up until they were actually finished. And so I thought it'd be fun for her to be following them on workouts, but for some reason she wanted to do it on her own. So
did she have like any male paces or anything, or is it just her doing these workouts?
Maybe earlier in the winter, she had people she was doing workouts with more often, or following them when they're pushing on the runs. But for the most part, no, she was by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys were based in Addis, or were you in a different part of Ethiopia?
Well, Sululta, really close to the Kenenisa camp, or they call it, I can't remember what the name of the area is. But yeah, we were just up in Sululta the whole time.
Yeah. When she was announced for the race, she said she was going to be training for the track also this summer. And so how marathon specific has her training been?
Not too specific, to be honest. This is, so we're looking really long term. Mm-hmm. We're looking down the road. She's not even thinking about moving to marathon within the next couple of years. She wants to keep with track as long as possible. But every year we do something in training that's a little bit out of the ordinary. So we'll, go do more training in low altitude one year, and then we'll go to different areas. And anyone who follows me on Instagram and stuff, they see me in a new country all the time, because for me and her both, we love exploring places, and she gets stagnant or bored in training pretty often. Mm-hmm. So this is almost just a different training stimulus than we're used to.
So what sort of things have you added that you wouldn't do like in track preparation?
Well, definitely just the length of the long runs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is how long?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the biggest thing. She's not like sharp for track right now.
Yeah.
We plan to have her run maybe early June to be back in track, just depending on how she feels after this race. But she has, just the length of her long runs is obviously significantly longer than you would normally do for track training, just because we're doing the same distances that you would expect for any of the people who are really concentrating on the marathon.
Right. So can you be specific? Like, what would her normal track long run be? What would it be for this?
Oh, yeah. So it depends on the time of the season, but I'd say anywhere from, we do some time-based stuff too. So like maybe she'll do a 90-minute long run in the past, and then now it's a lot less confined by the time. It's more, okay, we're going to do a 40K run or 42K or, just 35K. It goes up and down a lot depending on what we're doing that week.
Yeah. And then for workouts, are they just longer, or is it pretty much same base track workouts you do?
No, we've definitely been doing longer, slower stuff. Yeah, so in January, she was a little bit sick. She flew to the Netherlands because the water is not clean in Ethiopia. Anyways, so we lost several weeks of training. But then the last 6 weeks have gone really well. So we've jumped back into things. But there was a period where we've done way less workouts than we wanted to do. Much less than we thought we'd have done. So I can't say we've done really extreme, really intense training.
Yeah.
But we've been told by a lot of people that some of their best marathons were when they actually did less than they thought they should do. Because there's a really big, when you're doing track workouts, the workouts really translate over to the races. Like you do race pace stuff, and then you can kind of see exactly what it means. But in the marathon, it's I think sometimes you can't do the same thing. If you were to go so intense, then it would burn you out really fast.
Yeah. Have you talked to her about which group she will be running with on Sunday? Like, do you think she'll be with the leaders?
Yeah, she's going with the leaders. Yeah, she's going to follow them at whatever distance. Yeah.
And her mileage, like, weekly mileage, how does it compare versus track stuff?
Oh yeah, well, a lot more than usual. So this is probably the most volume she's ever done. So that's why I'm really excited to see how it translates in the race. She's by no means is she in her best shape right now. But I'm hoping that it translates to a good result here, because in the future she'll be in much better shape for marathon. I'm sure people aren't happy to hear that she's not ready to go with these girls, to be honest.
Yeah.
But how close she is what we want to find out.
Yeah. And her mileage, like when you say she's done the most volume, like what the number is for weekly stuff.
Yeah, so I'd say ranging between 150 to over 200
kilometers.
Yeah, she's never been like really high mileage.
Yeah.
But she's gotten over 200 kilometers in a week.
And what's sort of typical for her track this time of year?
In track, let me see. Probably, it really depends on what we're doing at the time, but probably 100 to 150. Like it's probably between there.
Yeah. So are there any nerves as a coach? No, you said she might not be ready to run with them, but she's going to try to do it anyway. Like, are you nervous, or are you like, hey, this is fine, we're just going to let her do her thing?
No, I'm thinking it's Sifan. She loves the challenge, and I think she just wants to see what it feels like in the marathon. She doesn't know, like she said in some interviews recently, that she just wants to see how her body responds to trying to run this, because like extended tempo and like trying to do the drinking and all that stuff is a new experience.
Yeah. And when she tells you she wants to run the London Marathon, what was your reaction?
We honestly argued about it. We were going back and forth because I was saying no, let's push this off till later. We kept talking about it, and when she's really excited about something, like that's something that I have to pay attention to. So it's one of those things where I just like, okay, well, let's try it out, let's do our best, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. And when she returns to the track, like, do you think we can expect her to be closer to a 2021 level than 2022, or what do you think this year?
That's the goal, definitely. Yeah, no, we definitely want to go back to. She took time off last year, but this year, we want to get back to where she was.
Yeah. All right. Well, Tim, appreciate the time, and very much looking forward to seeing what she does on Sunday.
Thanks.